Before this video gets started, just want to say if you clicked on this video and you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more coming. And if you really want to see what happens with this build and how it all progresses, you got to subscribe and you got to follow me on all these social media so you can stay up to date. With that, let's get to the video. So we got some of the front end torn off here. I took the grill off the hood just because it gives me a little more clearance, and the grill's actually good. The hood is totally junk. It's full of hail damage. So the grill I can actually sell. So I took the grill off. We pulled the front bumper off, just those 4 bolts. And then the tow hooks stay with the bumper. The headlights we pulled out, and now we can kind of get a good look at this whole radiator cooler setup going on up here. The 58 body, the mounts are 34 inches apart, and these frame rails are both 36. So actually, I think we can make this work. And I think that these rads will fit in the front end of that 58, which would be great because I'd love to keep this cooling setup because obviously it works well for this engine. It's sufficient for it. And then obviously I wouldn't have to go out and buy a radiator and an intercooler and a condenser and tranny cooler and power steering cooler and all the other things that you need. So I think the next step is going to be pulling the front fenders and then pulling the hood once I have some help. And that's just because I'm trying to keep this thing drivable for the time being, just to move it around. But pretty soon it will be totally just take everything off of these inner aprons, including battery trays and fuse block and everything, and get it to a point where we can just lift the cab off of it. So I'm going to start tearing these fenders off now. Alright, so we got the whole front end off minus the hood. Fenders are off, front end's off, all that's all good. Next thing we're going to jump into is pulling this whole setup out of here to get to the front of the engine. There was no refrigerant in this system actually, conveniently. So lines are off, ready to pull this intercooler and condenser. Those two will stay together. And then it looks like we have a transmission cooler and then the radiator, so I'll have to drain all the coolant out of this thing. I'll pull that off, probably pull the intake, the batteries, the battery boxes, and then the tip them over there. Probably separate that. And after that, I don't know if this thing's gonna run anymore, but should still be able to push it around if need be. But I'm just ready to get this body off of here. Okay, so we have this cab just about ready to come off. I have the battery trays out, well, the rad's out. Rad's out, fan shroud is out. That's all sitting over there. That rad is huge, by the way. The intercooler is not as tall as the rad. The intercooler is probably only about this much. And then the rad comes down, and then and then it brings in air from, it looks like under the bumper and through the bumper. I don't know if I'm gonna get that rad to fit, to be honest with you. The intercooler, I think we probably can, but that rad is just huge. I mean, obviously I'd love to make it work because it has the cooling capabilities to cool this engine, but That's really big rad. But anyway, everything's on, everything's gone off the front here except for the transmission cooler. I'll probably just loop those lines. And then the power steering cooler, I'm probably just gonna leave that down there. I can make that fit pretty much anywhere. And then we have heater hoses unhooked. The one AC line won't come off, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Battery trays are out with the batteries out, obviously. ABS module, I have it just off of the cab. It's just kind of hanging here. The hydro boost and the brakes, unbolted off there, unhooked from the brake pedal. The steering shaft I still have to unhook. I unhooked it in the cab, but I can't get this grommet out, so I'm just gonna unhook it down here where it comes apart. Well, if it'll come apart anyway. Vacuum line's unhooked. The air box is out, obviously. That TCM, or PCM I guess, unbolted that off the firewall and it's just hanging here. And then there's the vacuum pump that sits over here. I unhooked that and took that off. And then there's an extra vacuum tank that mounts up here. I took that off, and that of course all runs this cruise control pot right here. That's unbolted off the battery tray and hanging down. All the wiring, I have it unhooked off of the cab to sit on the engine, mainly because this branch right here runs down to the transmission and I don't really feel like trying to unhook that. So I just took all the wiring off and it's all just gonna stay down with the engine. And then once the cab's out of the way, we can kind of sort through what we need, what we don't. This Tippum's just sitting here, but it should be unhooked from the engine and everything, and it should go with the body when it comes off. And yeah, I think the only thing I really have left, oh, the throttle linkage is unhooked. I just took the cable off completely, but it is unhooked. It's out of the cab, that's the hole for it right there. So the only thing I really have left is the transmission shift cable, the steering shaft, like I said, that AC line, and that's probably about it, other than obviously the cab mounts. So yeah, I'm going to, I'll unhook all those, finish unhooking everything, undo the cab mounts. Hopefully they actually unbolt nice and aren't seized. If we get the cab unbolted, we'll probably try lifting it kind of side by side or one side at a time with a floor jack and get it lifted up a little bit just to make sure that everything is unhooked. I can actually see in there a little bit better. Once we have all that and we make sure that everything's unhooked, then I'll have to figure out some sort of way to lift this thing. I don't know if we're gonna try and use the engine crane or if I'll get a skid steer over here and lift it over. That's probably the easiest. But unfortunately with Dodge, the way they have these front ends, it's like you have to lift it all the way over the engine. So like you gotta come up a good 3 feet at least in order to clear the engine, which I also thought about just taking a Sawzall and chopping the whole front end off of this thing, which I also might still do because obviously this cab is junk to me. So if we cut the whole front end off, then it's much easier. We just lift and go straight out. But I don't know, we'll figure something out. I got a few more things to unhook and then we can cross that bridge when we get there. All right, so it's now the next day. Did a little bit more work here. We got the steering shaft unhooked up here. If you're ever trying to pull your steering shaft out of a 3rd gen Dodge, for whatever reason, this grommet is actually a 2-piece. So this is the inside piece and then this is the outside piece they clip together. Took a little bit to figure that out, but we got the eye shaft unhooked. This is the shifter cable, went up the steering column. There's the park brake cable right there. I pulled the pedal out of the cab. I'm gonna try and use that in the 59. And then other than that, that's probably about it. Cut the ABS wire. Then I went ahead, took out all the cab mounts, cab mount bolts. There's 6 of them for the cab, and these 2 up here. One in there, one over there. All of them are just 19mm bolts. And surprisingly, they all came out without a fight, which I'm very surprised by. I thought I was gonna have at least a couple of those broken bolts. But I think we're ready to actually start trying to separate the cab from the frame here. All right, let's give this a try. right, so we have the cab up in the air, like 3 inches in the back and then 4.5 up here. And just going over, checking everything. Looks like everything's detached from the firewall that we need. All the ABS is staying down. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, I will need to unhook this harness. Because for some reason, the chassis harness is tied to the body harness through that. So, okay, I'll unhook these. And then it actually looks like everything is coming off correctly. Coolers are down there. Yeah, actually. Heater hose is unhooked. I think we're looking pretty good. I'm gonna end this one off here. We're pretty much ready to pull the body off, the box, and the cab. Hopefully gonna be doing that in either the next or the one after that, because the next video we're actually tearing down the 59. We're gonna start stripping off the front end and hopefully pulling the cab on that one. So then I guess in 2 weeks, hopefully, we'll see a video of this thing getting torn apart. I'm probably gonna bring the skid steer here and get this torn off and probably just throw the cab on the trailer and take it away somewhere where I have more room for it. So if you're interested in watching the rest of this build series, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I post some updates on there. Follow the TikTok if you want the odd little video here or there. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you're excited, if you got any ideas. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.